All right. Welcome in, everybody, to one of the best days of the year. We got the start of March Madness. The round of 64 officially debuts today, just within an hour. So we're coming at you live right at the perfect time. We see where the money's moving. We've seen some movement over the last 2 hours, but we got Daily Bread coming at you live right at 11 o'clock to get you covered to win the money today. As usual, the show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out below for all your extra action and needs. If you want to be hitting on the NBA, the Premier League, and the domestic soccer leagues before they go on an international break, where maybe the markets aren't as sharp because everyone's focused on the NBA or the NCAA, the NBA and NHL, that's where the Diamond Club is for you. As usual, we're live on Twitter. Shout out to all of you who are watching us there. Give us a like, a retweet, and a follow if you already aren't following us there. We'll shout out your comments and appreciate all of you who just tapped into spaces with us before with Spin Doc and Steven and the rest of the crew. We're live on YouTube, number one spot to be. Drop your comments, drop your best bets, drop your best plays, and it's not too late to join our $500 giveaway. If you search Daily Bread Media, you get in right away. Free chance of $500. We got 400 plus people. Probably the most competitive one out there in gambling Twitter because we got other top sharps out there to join our tournament. So go to head against the best for the best bragging rights out there. And make sure to be dropping and following the Players Ball podcast bracket as well. He's giving away $100. So make sure to tap into the Players Ball Podcast 1 on Twitter. Sosa, that was a lot for me. How you doing?
Hey, man, I can't complain. Ready for these games. Feel like I've given out like all the info thus far.
So you sharing all the good stuff before we get to the big debut show? Just gave everything away.
Yeah, I think
All
the
that.
should be good.
Yeah, get them to come into the show. You gotta tease them a little bit more out there.
Bro, are the brackets locked right now?
No.
Okay,
They're
because
not
someone just texted me like, "Oh, the brackets are locked."
No, it's because they already have one in there. They're not smart. You can only have one entry in our competition. I've had someone else reach out about that, and they said, "Oh." Yeah, make sure to be dropping your plays. Any questions you got? We got about 50 plus people tapped in with us between all of our outlets. So jump over to YouTube if you want to be dropping plays like Joseph just dropped Colorado State +1. Because at the end, we'll run through everyone's plays at the end of the show, something we like to do on the big days so I can star them. And we'll go through like a little credits montage on it. So you want to drop your play for Michigan, Colorado State, since that's the first one. Just go to Daily Bread Media on Twitter. Search Daily Bread Media on ESPN. It's quite simple. You want to drop your Michigan, Colorado State play?
I'm on Michigan money line -120. I think I keep saying it. A lot of this stuff's narrative driven for me. There's always a team that has no business being in the tournament that gets in. Michigan is the team that fits that profile. I personally love. I love the matchup as far as the bigs versus a team that relies on perimeter shooting. Now, obviously, that can come back to kill me because they could just shoot lights out. Like Colorado State could just come out and shoot lights out, right? But I personally, I like Juwan Howard and them to figure it out today. I think Hunter Dickinson has a big game, and that's my pick. I like him at +120, -120.
Yeah, you might go a little bit insane when historically, if you've been trying to back Mountain West teams when they draw a Power 5 conference, usually doesn't work out too well for them there. They're relying on Roddy and Stevens, and they run an extremely short rotation. So any bit of foul trouble is the concern there. I think this is an easy Michigan spot, even though from the beginning of the season I was huge on the Rams, was hoping to back them in the dance, but the size mismatch is one of the biggest things out there. I mean, we've seen without a point guard, and that's or not with their starting point guard out, and we saw against when Michigan bottled it against Indiana. Hunter Dickinson, I believe, touched the ball twice in that 9-minute span. Sure, he wasn't out on the court for the full 9 minutes, but the offense has struggled where it's very reliant on Dickinson, and he's going to have the advantage. It's going to be on the wings to be able to get it into him and make him be able to eat and cook and probably put Roddy into foul trouble. That's the easiest way they can get it done quickly, and Diabate might be your key piece here in order to hit him with, if they're going to throw the size at Dickinson, have Diabate kill him slashing to the basket. Yeah. So you need to smile, bro.
I mean, I promise you, it's just,
I would be on Michigan as well. I'm not playing a pregame. I think you can get Michigan live at a good number, but since Sosa has Michigan there, I'm definitely going to be playing them at some point today. I do got Michigan advancing in my brackets.
So do I.
That is a big one because it's my point guard play. The hill and everything I've been dying on is without the point, it could change it completely, but I don't think it might matter that much here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you already know. You've heard Sosa talk about it. It's a show aligned play with the Providence -2.5 at -110. That's the number you got, correct?
Correct.
Yep. It's just we're not believing in the Jackrabbits. The Jackrabbits made us money early in the year when they played at the Pentagon non-con tournament. They're complete. I remember we were back in the Jackrabbits early. They went clean in conference play, went clean in the conference tournament, sitting at 30-4. But it's just the type of competition that they're playing. Sure, the Summit was up a little bit higher than usual, but everyone who's saying these advanced metrics, this, that, and the other, they're not playing a Big East conference schedule day in and day out. Their non-con schedule was all right. That's where they got 4 of their L's. So the times where we've seen that when they played legit competition, they've struggled. So this is kind of where I think it's your trendy dog that's not going to come out today. The only way that they do it is if they get unconscious from 3. They've done it before, but Providence defends the 3 at a top rate and have done it against bigger teams. And then secondly, Sosa, what do we like to back, or what do I like to back? Teams that are going to win the defensive paint battle. And they have a huge advantage against that. And it's the size of South Dakota State isn't that great. Nate Watson is going to be the game changer here, and Horschler can be the second piece, but I believe it's Watson's game to go off and win. And then plus Sosa, I'll let you talk about Cooley since he's your guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say. Losing can be good, and losing can be a good thing at times. Obviously, not losing in your last game of the season, but see, that's why you play an NCAA tournament, right? They needed that too, because they had just skated by so many times, skated by just with close games, and then they needed that. They needed to get smacked up. I really do believe that. I think that loss to Creighton is a good thing. It's a learning experience for a team that I think a lot of people we have good belief. I mean, they won the regular season title straight up by winning 8 games by a possession or less. Right? I don't think this game is going to be particularly close. That's just my assumption. I think Providence more talented. And I think that I keep saying it. It's system versus talent. I mean, Providence definitely the more talented team. I also like their coach. I'm a big Ed Cooley guy. I think Ed Cooley connects well with his players. The people that play for him believe in him. So and
it's everyone who's backing South Dakota State just turning a blind eye. They're using their advanced metrics to say we have the best. They have the best 3-point offense, the 8th best 2-point offense. You know their defense ranks 200 plus overall, correct?
Correct.
They can't force turnovers either, so Providence is going to be ending possessions with a shot attempt more often than not.
Yes, sir.
Providence 2.5 -110. All right, third game that we're going to get into here. Why? I don't get Alex whatsoever sometimes. Alex, I need whatever you're drinking or having today at 11:12. You're feeling great. I'm going to ride that energy with you, though. We can talk about the Creighton San Diego State game for our next one, the 8-9s, the tough ones to pick. Sosa, do you have a lean on this one, or do you want me to go on my nice long spiel that I always do?
That's all you, good brother.
All right. If there ever is a Mountain West team to back in the tournament, it's usually San Diego State. They sometimes get through the first round matchup here. It's just tough where Creighton's right in the hot seat right now, and that's just where San Diego State's offense has been the difference and the season where they're an 8 seed compared to usually they end with the 5 or 6 most years. And this is where it's the offense is backed out. They got Matt Bradley coming back next year, which is a huge get for them, and he's going to have to be the one who can do it. Who on Creighton's going to be able to one to stop him? I don't think one person individually can, but we've seen with Creighton what they do. They'll switch their defense every other possession. They'll go from a pressing man to a 2-3 matchup to a man-to-man 3/4 press. They will just throw different looks after looks, which is something San Diego State hasn't seen too often than not. The one thing that Creighton hasn't seen from San Diego State is the defense in the Big East is tough, but I don't think any team has the all-around defense that San Diego State has. So in this game here, I'm just taking the first half under. I don't think we see a lot of points in here. The first half under is 55.5. It's low for a reason. The total's at 121. I got money on the first half under 55.5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we don't like points in that one. Memphis, Boise, I don't have an official play in this one here. I lean Boise with the points if you had to make me take an angle, just because they're a little bit more consistent than Memphis is. Memphis has the high peaks that can make this game a no contest, especially where they'll probably own the paint battle, which Boise completely relies on to generate their offense. But we've seen the lows of Memphis within the same game and on stretches from game to game. So that's just kind of where I don't want to take it, but if you had to make me pick a side, I'd back the dog who's been a little bit more consistent. I guess you want to talk about the Spiders?
I mean, I'm on Memphis to win the game. I don't care what people think. I'm rocking with Penny. I'm a Penny guy. Everyone knows this. I think he's gotten a bad rep, and it's fucked up because it's only his second year on the job. I'm not happy, or I think is this year 3? This is year 3. Yeah, this is year 3.
Yeah, because
first year was Wiseman, last year was second, and then so this is third season. He's never one time had the full roster of players he should have. Y'all could take Boise. That's cool. I'm on Memphis. I like Memphis to win the game, probably cover. I think the best. That's not an official play for the show or anything like that. The official play for me is the under. I like the under 133.5. I think the first team to 50 wins this game.
I can definitely see that as
We've
well.
watched Boise. We've bet on Boise a ton of times this season. You like them so much, you got their fucking shirt. They want us money. So
the cartoon logos are dope. Any college team, if you have a dope cartoon logo, you don't even have to win me money. I'll probably buy it.
So you guys can fuck with them. That's cool. I'm not. I wouldn't be. It's an 8-9 matchup for a reason. But I'm going with Duren. I don't. The only thing that gives me fear with this Memphis team is Lomax, because I think he's god awful. He's fucking terrible. But I think
we'll do a
Memphis
recap of all the official plays at the end of the show. Don't worry for all you people out there who are trying to get them all in. Sosa's Michigan is the only early one that you'll have to get maybe potentially before the show ends. All right, we got a lot of people dropping a lot of stuff in the comments. I don't know where to go next, or if we should go to a next play.
We can go to the next one. I mean, I only have 2 more. I don't know how many you're going.
Go. Let's talk to Spiders, Iowa, and then we'll go to my next play, because I know that'll wrap you up almost, and then I'll go through my tangents.
Spiders have been hot. I like their guards. I think that I think Iowa's overrated. The Big Ten always overrated in the tournament. I like this Richmond team. I like their guards. I like what they can give you as far as uh, winning basketball down the stretch of games. I think that 10.5 is a lot. I also teams from Richmond's conference always fight in the tournament. Very seldomly do they come into an NCAA tournament game and get clapped. So whether it's tactical, whether the game's got to get ugly, I think Richmond keeps this game much closer than 10.5. So we're on Richmond plus 10.5, minus 110. That's my official bet in the game. If you want to get out quick, take a ticket on them first half, but that's just a lean for the first half. Everyone starts at 0. If you're telling me the Spiders will be down 3 possessions against Iowa, it's a possibility, but I do also believe that Richmond will interchange defenses similar to how you just said Creighton does the same thing. Richmond does that at a very good rate. They very good at switching defenses. They're very good at ball pressure on opposing guards. So that's what I have for that.
And this one here,
Richmond with the points. And this guy to have a good game. Jacob Gilliard, I think after today we'll be a little more familiar with this guy. He's a dog. He's an absolute dog. So
all right. I like it there. I mean, I think Iowa gets through, but I definitely don't think I could see them laying the points. The way that this becomes a complete and gross blowout is if Chris Mooney just doesn't have the guys able to defend the three. That's really my biggest thing. And if the offense isn't clicking, because Iowa's going to give you up some points. They just try to outscore you at the end of the day. So that's where I think Richmond can keep it close. And then, sure, if it is sitting at 12 with 30 seconds left, cover play is always in action with double-digit spreads. All right.
yeah.
The hungry dog that I got for today. Sosa earmuffs.
I already know what it is, dog.
We're rocking with Shaka and Marquette against UNC. You could take the plus 3.5 or the plus 4 if you're scared. I'm just taking the plus 150 on that money line here. You can wait out because I just think this is going to move more in North Carolina's favor, if anything else. But Sosa, I'm back in the better defensive team here. Both of these teams like to fly up and down the court and like to play as least defense as possible. At least there's a method to the madness of Marquette, and it's not UNC's the shorter where we play defense, we can get back onto offense type of strategy here. And what UNC relies on the most is getting the ball out or not taking the ball out of the basket and getting the run. Marquette's got the size. Maybe they're not all 6'10", but they got 4 guys above 6'7" in order to be able to handle the size here. The better team offensively from the 2-point advantage, and they can guard the 3. The ACC was completely overrated this season. I mean, we've seen UNC, sure, they're hot now, and you can say this about any team, but they had their stretches of losing to teams they had no business to. I'm believing and fading I'm fading Hubie his first time in the tournament. Sure, he's been on the bench. Shaka, we've seen what he's done before. He's finally back to a school where he's going to thrive at. Marquette, money line, plus 150.
Okay. All right. I ain't got to say anything because last time I went head-to-head with you yesterday, and the fucking luck of the Irish horseshoe up one's ass with the clover. I don't know.
So is it
money, dog?
I was about to say, was it the luck of the Irish or was it Caleb McConnell just having the half of his life in the first half last night? Shout out to him,
money,
the
dog.
defensive player of the year, falls out like that. I mean, I was just tipping. I literally looked up. I go, he's never attempted more than 10 shots in a game, and this guy has 9 in the first half and is 8 for 9. I was just like,
whoever number 4 is for Rutgers, you got a great career as a fucking Uber driver when this is all said and done, bro. Oh my God, whoever number 4 is, just fucking quit basketball. What a scrub. My God. Huh. That's all I got for that one. That's all I got to say about last night. But yeah, Rutgers, fuck the State University of New Jersey. So on to the next one.
On to the next one. So this is kind of one here. So do we want to take Gonzaga's full game team total or first half team total?
First half.
First half. Pull up the number on the first half because my book just took it down, so I need to get the official.
Run the mill. They should come out here and run these boys straight out the gym. I believe first half's like 41.5. I believe. Let me find it. First half.
Yeah, I'll pull it up now.
41.5. Yep, exactly. I knew that'd be the number. They're going to get close to 50 points.
Yeah.
They're about to get this is about to be a stomp out with Tim's on.
Yeah, because I saw someone ask a question about Georgia State team total under. I mean, in the
construction
116,
Tim's.
you could potentially try to target that. I just rather not. Yeah, 41.5 minus 110 is what I got as well. Georgia State likes to play with pace, and they like to play quick. Sure, they can defend the 2, but that's against Sunbelt competition. They can't defend the 3 whatsoever. They can't make 2s, and the biggest issue with them is they've been clean with turnovers, but no team is going to press them like Gonzaga. They're going to get in, out, done, save the guys for the second half because that Boise game is going to be tough. First half, Gonzaga team total over 41.5.
Roddy said he's at the Hooters on Peachtree today. If anybody wants free wings, it's on him. Yeah, with the construction Tim's, my boy. Like the butt naked, the ones with like the thing not at the top. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man, this boy's about to get it's about to be disrespectful.
What's your final play on the card today, or did you give them all out at this point?
Oh man, I want to fade UConn in the first half, but I can't bring myself to do it.
Look what you're doing, Sosa. You're making fun of our fans. That's mean.
No, I'm not.
Goose, I thought about texting you, but I knew I just shouldn't have texted you last night. It'll be okay, buddy.
Listen, and you know what? And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. At least you're not pretending to be a college basketball player. Like that's all.
Why? So you're going to say you played Division II hoops somewhere?
Be totally fine with what you're doing. Nothing wrong with that.
From the San Francisco Murray State game, I want to have a play in it. I'm going to wait till later on in the day here. Milashevsky for San Francisco. Looking like I've seen reports that he's playing. I've seen reports that he's not. I think Murray State gets past them no matter what. But if Milashevsky does end up playing, I think this will get back close to a pick 'em. You can eat the juice on the minus 135 here, but this is another game you could potentially back live. I've backed the Dons pretty much throughout the season, but I think Murray just runs them today. The Dons will fight back in the second half after they get down probably by 15, but I think Murray State has the goods to get it done.
I'm with you. Do the Dons play tomorrow, right?
No, it's today.
It's today? Okay.
Yeah, it's a 9:40 game. It's probably the best game of the day they saved. I think that's
I was waiting for you
to game is the latest tip.
I was waiting for you to do the pep rally and all that. Where are the cheerleaders? Where are they at, man? What's the deal? I think that this first round, like I said, I think that this tournament, I look at this tournament and like it probably sounds cliche, but I like a lot of chalk, which is, I mean, it's not saying much. From a betting standpoint, I do like quite a number of dogs to cover today. Like I said, I like Longwood. I lean heavy on Longwood to cover. Pause. I don't
know if it really works if you say it to your own shit.
It does. It's necessary. And also, listen, this is my final statement in regards to one game, right? And this is the Arkansas Vermont game. And I hear a lot of people talking about Vermont this and Vermont that and Vermont this and bro, listen, Vermont is going to get smacked down to them. I mean, they're going to get the dog shit beat out of them by Arkansas. That's how I feel. Just how I feel. Just my take on things. I think you guys might know why. It's quite a reason as to why I like Arkansas against Vermont. It's quite a reason. So yeah, I like Arkansas just steamroll those kids. You know, I think it's going to be a steamroll job. A lot of people on Vermont. Best of luck, man. Vermont's not good for anything but maple syrup, and I think that's it. I think I probably have to Google like who gives a fuck about Vermont? Like what's cool up there? You go skiing or
Yeah,
that's what
Killington's
y'all do up
there.
there?
New Hampshire's cool because there's no sales tax on alcohol. So if you really want to stash up, you go to New Hampshire. I figured that out.
Interesting.
You
Interesting.
also
I didn't
leave
know that.
Vermont to go to Maine or Massachusetts to buy weed legally as well. So it's basically you just go to Vermont to ski and do all the fun stuff on the other New England states.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Mo, I'll
Ben
hold you
and
to that. Oh,
Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's too.
Ben and Jerry's. They're
All right, we
overrated.
got to get into the final college hoops play, and then we'll get into Sosa. You got any NBA looks, and then we'll get
Hell
into
no. The NBA don't even exist today. You see the games? You see the
yeah,
game?
dude. It's the best day to bet on it when no one's looking at it. You can just bet on the Pistons versus the Magic and be extremely happy.
I'd rather fucking watch paint dry.
And cheese. All right, cool. Cheese. I didn't know cheese was there, but yeah, it does. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah, there is the Vermont cheddar. Interesting. I'm a Cabot guy. You know what I mean? I like the good stuff. But go ahead.
I had to just say that one. That one's just way over my head. Threw me off with the last play. Let me pull up the book. It's a gross one of the night. I think we do see UCLA go far if I have Akron plus 14 minus 110. There's not much method to the madness other than the Zips are just going to keep it close. No advanced metrics are going to tell you why. They just play extremely slow. UCLA will allow that because UCLA may try to push them in transition, but in a game where they might want to save it a little bit, I think Akron is efficient enough in the half-court offense to be able to get some buckets to fall, and they won't lose by 15 plus. So Akron plus 14. That was 5 plays. So I'll rattle off my 5 plays right now. We got Providence minus 2.5, minus 110. Gonzaga first half team total over 41.5. Marquette money line plus 150. Creighton, San Diego State first half under 55.5. And then the Akron plus 14 against UCLA. I do think UCLA makes a run in their side, but I'm going to fade them in the first game of the tourney.
Damn. Deshaun Watson not going to the Browns. Who the fuck wants to go to Cleveland? I told y'all. Sorry.
You don't want to talk Everton Newcastle today?
Can we talk about yesterday since Mo's here?
No, we don't have to talk about yesterday. The only game we really didn't get into was the St. Mary's Indiana game of all the top level games. Because we didn't touch on the other like ones or twos other than our playing Gonzaga. St. Mary's versus Indiana, probably the true toss-up of the day here. I think it's going under, but the total keeps going up. I don't get that. Now we're still sitting at 126. It hasn't budged. I think we go under here if we have to do it.
No, we're not talking about the NBA today, dog. You did. I know who you are. I know who that is.
You know who that?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't think I hate the other things that we have to get into the narrative of just because a playing team has won the past 4 or 5 years. What does that have to do with this year? So that doesn't mean Indiana or Notre Dame has to advance. Maybe one of them will. Give me a good basketball reason. Just because a team from the play-ins made it far every other time doesn't mean it has to happen.
Yeah, if Cade Cunningham plays tonight, sprinkle him to get a triple-double and sprinkle his assist and bet his assist. They should be at 5.5. Guaranteed 80 billion unit lock of the set. I'm just kidding. Just be responsible, but those will hit. Sprinkle his triple double. Probably get it around plus 600 against Orlando. He has a shot at getting that. I don't think I have anything else for today, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just getting ready to shout out everyone's plays who dropped plays in the chat. So what's your Ben and Jerry's flavor?
I'm not a big Ben and Jerry's guy. I thought the sneaks were fucking ugly. I'm a sneakerhead, and those were like the wackest fucking dunks I ever seen in my life. Like I saw people wearing them, like you look like a dickhead. Why the fuck would you want cows on your feet? It's like the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Mo with fit food.
Fish
I
food
like
is
that
fire.
one.
I like the one with like the actual brownie pieces in it. I don't know the name. Some of the names.
Half-baked
That's
or chocolate fudge brownie, either one of those two.
That's the one.
But down low, you still got a half hour to get into our giveaway for the bracket free $500. Yeah, Goose, fuck them playing games. Cherry Garcia. Ooh, cherry and ice cream. That's a wild one. The Kuba Show one. But let's shout out everyone who dropped plays. We had Joseph going Colorado State, so he's basically got a head-to-head against Sosa. Best of luck there. We have our man Weapon X, Blue Green Bets, Alex, 5-man name with the Kings on the puck line. CDH is dropping the under in the Magic game. Roger dropped us a bunch of them here, and he's parlaying the two. I like both of those since we are on both of them. Jerry Lakes, Arkansas, agree with that. Creighton, and he summed it all up. He is rocking with IU. If you had to make me take a side in that, I can't even pick a side in it. That's probably the toughest game in the bracket that I've had. No good feeling Kansas versus Texas Southern under. Sure.
Could score 100, could score 75. Not touching.
Half hour. Game start in a half hour. You got a half hour here. So if you just joined late, we recapped their plays about 5 minutes ago. Until then, give us a like, give us a subscribe, join the bracket, hit up the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Don't drink too many Irish car bombs. Don't chase when you're drunk tonight. No one cares about your bracket. Anything else I'm missing, Sosa?
The Lakers won last night.